I'm Dragon, but I'm on my sister's account, and, well, we are back with another video. Let's get on with it.
It was April 1st, 2001. I was at home watching TV when I heard a big bang on my back door.
Oh.
I didn't know who or what it was. Thought it was a raccoon or something. So I kept watching TV. I will never forget what I heard. Someone whispered, "I am coming for you." I turned to see who it was, but no one was there. I went outside to get, "Who's there?" I went back inside, and then I saw it. It was a man with a white rabbit mask holding a kitchen knife. I ran to the kitchen and grabbed a knife and turned on the light. The guy with his mask, and it was my friend, Fred. I was relieved, and he yelled, "April Fools!" I asked how he get so far, whispered in my ear. He looked confused. To my surprise, he said, "I never whispered in your ear." That's when I knew something was in my house. I told Fred to hide and call the cops. When the cops got there, they saw a man with long black hair robbing stuff from my house. He had a pistol and pocket knives. The cops told me he had broke out of prison a couple days before.
I got scared of him. Yeah, I'm allergic for this.
Back then, my brother and I used to play with water guns, especially water guns. One night, we got our flashlights and pretended we were the police. It was around 10 p.m. We were in the backyard with my brother's friend playing when we saw a tall black guy.
No.
We were just staring at him. I don't know who he was or why he was there. Then he suddenly said, "Hey, can I play with you?" "Bitch, please," my brother said.
Oh.
Then the tall guy seemed to go into a strange position and smiled at us creepily. I was so scared. So I aimed my gun at the guy when my flashlight lit up the face of the man. I will never forget what I saw. There was a big X on the middle of his forehead, and the guy was eating a piece of glass, literally eating it and bleeding. We didn't know what to do while we ran back into the house. My
How
brother's
can you
friend
just eat
jumped outside the fence and he
glass?
didn't come back. We were standing near the window, and my brother told me to call Mom and Dad. When I called my mom, I heard a loud smash coming from the big window on the front door. My brother quickly grabbed my shirt and dragged me upstairs. At that moment, I couldn't talk to my mom because then I would make a sound. We stayed silent for about 20 seconds. Then we heard a footstep near my side. I was about to tilt my head to take a look when I suddenly heard a gun get reloaded. My brother quickly punched the guy. I ran so fast downstairs. We had to live. We were almost to the door when we heard a gunshot. We quickly went to the nearest neighbor and told someone what happened. We called Mom and Dad and also dialed 911. When the police came to our house, they found fresh blood trails from the living room to the bathroom. There, they found the guy bleeding to death. They wanted us to watch him commit suicide or kill us. Well, I don't know, but that was some serious mad shit. And what happened?
Hey there, do you like to make new friends? Well, me too. Who doesn't? This can be done so easily, and you can meet your mutual friends or friends of friends by joining the Quack app. It's completely free, there's no random, no weird DMs. You can join now by swiping up.
Black-eyed woman.
Sorry. Oh, and if you have not yet, please subscribe to my channel. That would mean so much for me. Yeah, back on with it. Oh. Yeah, just stop it right here. If my phone will work.
Black-eyed woman. I was 11 years old.
I'm not liking this.
Horrible event. I lived in Texas, but my family decided to go to California during the summer of 2020.
Nah, I'm just kidding. No,
It wasn't going to be a long time, so my family of 6, including me, stayed at my aunt's house. One night, my parents went to a party, and both of my brothers and I didn't want to go, so we stayed behind. My aunt's daughter stayed with
Why
us
would
too.
you not want to go to a
It was
party?
around 6 p.m. They were coming back around 2 a.m. Hearing that gave me goosebumps, since we were staying in a 2-story house. I've always
And
been
my
very
TikTok
houses for this
channel,
reason.
please.
I
wanna
we all
be the
decided
cool
to eat
kid.
snacks.
Cool kids,
Well,
gang,
we
gang.
wanted to.
Yeah.
There weren't any. My cousin asked us if we wanted to go to the store with her. Since she was already 19, she could drive by herself. My brother said yes, but I told him I do want snacks, but I don't want to go. I thought that my brothers would want to stay behind too, since they were just 2 years older than me. But instead, they just said, okay. They all left without me. I was all
Boy,
alone.
that's your fault. You're the one that
15
did not
minutes
want to
in,
go.
I was sitting on the couch playing on my iPad. Suddenly, I heard a sound coming from upstairs. I decided to check
I
what
feel
it
like
was,
this would be in like
but
my
as soon as I
house, so
started to
I'm
go
like,
up the stairs, the glass
no.
cup fell down the stairs.
Oh,
I ran to my
yeah,
uncle's
bro,
room
I'll
and
back
hid
away
inside
too.
the
I'll
closet.
back away too. We good on that.
After 2 minutes of hiding, the lights in the room started flashing. I could see it from the crack under the door.
How
I
can you
wanted
have,
to text my brother,
if
but
you're
I
in a
left the
closet,
iPad on the couch.
you could just be like
Soon
this.
after, I heard another sound from upstairs.
Oh yeah, I see him.
That's how I knew that whatever was doing all the scary stuff was definitely upstairs. I
You
decided
left
to
your
run out of
iPad.
the house,
Now you can't.
and then tried to ask the next door neighbors to let me into their house for a bit. But before I could, I checked the upstairs window when I got outside, and I saw a figure in one of the rooms. It was a clear image since it was barely 7 p.m. The figure was
Oh,
definitely
his
the
eyes are
creepiest
pretty.
thing I've ever seen in my life. I saw
Oh,
a woman
oh,
in a black
no,
dress.
no.
She was pale
Good night,
and
people.
had dark eyes. It was as if she accidentally messed up her makeup and got black makeup all around her eyes. She also
She's so
looked kind of like a
scary.
nun. I stood there, watching her for like 10 seconds.
10.
And then I saw a car driving in from the side. I moved near the garage and the car came closer. It parked at the house.
It's
I
called
realized it was my cousin with both of my
your
brothers.
cousin
I was relieved.
car.
They
Not
asked me
just
why I was
a
outside,
car.
and I said I wanted to take a
Literally.
picture of the house from outside. I didn't tell them the truth. They didn't realize I didn't have my iPad when I said this. Once we got inside the house, I followed them upstairs. I was obviously behind them since I was scared. Nothing happened the rest of the day until that night.
Until that night.
It was 10 p.m. It was raining. I just wanted to see the thunder, so I moved the curtains to look out the window. A bit of light because of the lightning. And that's when I saw it again.
I saw it.
The figure was in the neighbor's
saw it.
parkway, just staring at the house. I will never forget that night, no matter how hard I try. Sometimes, while I'm having fun, I'll stop and remember, and the thought always ruins my day. The thought that the woman from that night might always be out there looking for me.
Sorry. I just
This
hate
event
ads.
happened when I was around 13 years old.
Jesus, girl.
I was going on a family road trip with my parents. My brother was 16 at the time, and my half-sister was 21. I don't completely remember where we were going or where we stayed since it was almost 15 years ago. All I remember was that we rented a cottage in a small village. Next to the village was a lot of mountains surrounding the perimeter, and there were probably only 20 houses in the village.
What?
Next to the cottage was a small lake that was big enough to kayak in, and to the right of the lake, a small shed. The shed was very old, and
Apparently.
its ceiling had been poorly repaired.
There was ivy growing all over it. Although this may not seem scary, the door was wide open and the place we were staying at was all fenced off with a really high fence. This probably meant that no one would be able to come into our property. Later that same day, my brother and I decided to check it out since we had nothing else to do other than
White
swim in the
people
lake
always
before
investigate.
dinner.
I might
Bear in
look like I'm
mind,
white
this
and have
happened in the
black.
winter, meaning it would
Join
get
the
dark
black
much
crew,
earlier
just
than
like
in
they
the summer.
Smith.
We
Oh,
walked up towards the shed.
by the way,
And as we walked towards it, we realized
if you have not, you will need to subscribe to Dan Smith. Alright, back on. My phone's so slow.
that a source of light was shining through the ceiling.
Yeah, I
It
really
didn't
don't care.
seem like it was a normal ceiling light, but was almost like a torch. We saw the light slowly move around in between the cracks of the shed. Then, in one sudden motion, the light randomly pointed at us. My brother and I were petrified by the situation. We both looked at
They have white eyes.
Our parents were in the lounge watching TV, so they wouldn't be able to hear us at all if we cried out for help. I don't like to be cliche, but my brother is a very strong person, emotionally, physically, and mentally. So I was surprised when I saw his lower lip tremble out of the corner of my eye. I thought he was going to protect me by telling me what to do, but instead he just stood there, frozen, like me, with a petrified face as the bright light blinded us through the gaps between the walls
That's
of the shed
scary.
for what felt like an eternity. Suddenly, the light switched off. A small sense of relief hit me as the light turned on, but I was still scared for my life. Because the light was shining on our faces for so long, our eyes were not used to the dark. When we tried to escape by running in the opposite direction towards the cottage, we couldn't see where we were going. Then, as if the situation couldn't get any worse, we heard a loud shuffling sound coming from the shed. We could hear the sound starting to crescendo as we ran silently towards the cottage. The sound was getting louder and louder. Soon after, I could just make out a hollow voice coming from behind us. I hesitantly looked behind me. To my horror, I saw a middle-aged man standing next to the shed with a flashlight in his hand. His hands were covered in what looked like blood, and his hair was greasy as if he never showered once in his life. He had a long beard that looked tangled and disgusting.
Anyways, that is all I have for you today. See you guys later. Bye.